In this series I covered the maximum core population of every single country in Hearts of Iron 4, and today's letter is letter C. I have to admit I missed one country last time, and that was Bukharanjadis Republic. For some reason it didn't appear in the country lists. At the start of the game, Bukhara cores the states of Bukhara and Stalinabad, which gets renamed to Dushanbe, with a core population of 2.42 million people. To achieve the maximum cores as Bukhara, you have to do United Turks decision, which turns into Turkestan, and makes you core all of these states, with a maximum core population of 21.77 million people. Also, someone told me that Bukhara has a very schizo-fascist flag. Oh my god, just look at this thing. Our next country is Cameroon. At the start of the game, Cameroon only cores the state of Cameroon, and it cannot increase its core population no matter what, which means that its maximum core population is 2.94 million people. Interesting thing about Cameroon, it's one of the rare states in colonial Africa which actually has a factory. Our next country is Catalonian Free Republic. This country uses a very funny country tag, and starts by coring the state of Catalonia with a bit more than 3 million people. To get the maximum cores as Catalonia, you have to pick the 11th of November preset at the start of the game. It splits up Spain between Galicia, Navarra, Al-Andalus and Aragon. You might not have known, but Aragon is really just Catalonia with a different cosmetic tag. At the start of the game, they own and core Catalonia, all of Aragon, Valencia, Balearic Islands, Sardinia, Sicily and Malta. They also core the states of Calabria, Campania and Puglia, but they don't own them at the start of the game. By conquering them, they would achieve the maximum core population of 20.18 million people. Next country is Central African Republic, another country which cannot increase its core population and which only cores one state at the start of the game, and that's the Equatorial Africa state, with a maximum core population of 1.13 million people. The next country is its very own neighbor, Chad. Chad actually cores two states at the start of the game, Chad and the state with a very funny name called BET. Also, Chad stole Romania's flag. Ha ha ha, laugh, Romania and stealing mentioned in the same sentence. It's not funny, by the way. Anyway, maximum core population as Chad is 1.46 million people. Our next country is Charrua Nation. This country has a very similar far to Uruguay and doesn't core anything at the start of the game. To get it to core some stuff, you either have to start with the America Deimperialized preset, or you'd have to play as Chile and then release them as your puppet in the Mapuche path. I just realized, if you go for America Imperialized, you already are a Mapuche state and you didn't finish any Chilean focuses. This could be a very funny thing. Anyway, Charrua only cored the free states of Uruguay, meaning that its maximum core population is 1.73 million people. Next country is Chechnya-Ingushetia. Chechnya-Ingushetia starts by coring only the state of Chechnya-Ingushetia with about 700,000 people. To get the maximum possible cores, they'll have to do the United Mountainous Republics decision, which is how they can unlock their maximum core population of 3.75 million people. Our next country is Chile. To get the maximum possible cores as Chile, you have to go for the Mapuche path. The only focus that really gives you any cores there is Unified by Will focus. This focus annexes all of your puppets and also makes you core the cores of those puppets. However, you only get to core a select few of puppets. Basically, when you finish Focus Crusade against Imperialism, you'll have these decisions to create all these puppets, and you can only core these countries. Please notice that some of these countries have their own special tags. For example, Inca Empire uses the INC tag. However, some of these countries are really just redefined countries which already exist. Which means that Chile can actually core cores of countries which already exist. 5 countries to be exact, and those are Bolivia, Brazil, Mexico, USA, and Canada. And the funniest thing about this all, you don't even have to do these funny decisions. For example, if you would conquer USA and then release them as your puppet, and simply have the Chilean North America, if you would finish Unified by Will focus, you would still core USA. To achieve the maximum possible cores as Chile, you have to start with America's Decolonized preset. Germany will have to get all of these cores, after which Argentina will have to core them through the Fourth Reich path. After which Portugal will have to go for the communist path, join the Spanish Civil War, and then go for the Iberian Socialist Union. Portugal would also have to integrate Angola and Mozambique through Lusotropicalism. In the meantime, Brazil goes for a monarchist path and goes for the United Kingdoms of Brazil and Portugal focus. If Iberia accepts, then Brazil annexes Iberia and cores all of their cores. After this, Brazil has to go for the good neighbor policy and then finish the United States of South America focus. After this, they'll have to integrate all of the South and Central American countries except for Chile, which will give them tons of cores. In the meantime, Hawaii, Samoa, Tahiti or Rapa Nui would have to unite Polynesia, and USA would have to grant statehood to Alaska. Chile would have to finish Crusade against Imperialism focus, and they would have to liberate the Inuit people. After this, they simply have to release Canada as their puppet, as well as the USA, Mexico, the country which formed Polynesia, and most importantly, Brazil. And then they have to finish Unified by Will focus, which would give Chile cores on all of these states, with the maximum core population of 483.19 million people. That's a lot of cores, but that's nothing compared to our next country, which is China. At the start of the game, China has a core population of 340.40 million people, and they have all of their cores at the start of the game. They simply have to conquer them. from 12 different countries. If they manage to do that, however, then their cores would look like this, with a maximum core population of the well-known 489.99 million people. Next country on the list is Chukotka Republic. This country starts by coring the states of Chukotka and Chukchi Peninsula with a core population of 61,000 people. To get the maximum possible cores of Chukotka, you have to form a Siberian state, which is way easier said than done. After that, you have to integrate the east, push to the Urals, and liberate the Ainu, which will give you cores in all of these states with a maximum core population of 27.47 million, if I remember correctly. Next country is Chulashia. Chulashia starts with a core population of about 800,000 people in the state of Chulashia. To get a maximum cores, they have to form Middle Ural through this decision right here, which will give the cores in all of these states and a maximum core population of 8.22 million people. Once again, I remembered it correctly. Next country is the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, which at the start of the game cores the state of British Guiana with about 300,000 people. If you start with the America Decolonized preset, then for whatever unknown reason, Guyana will get to own and core the states of Falkland Islands, South Georgia, and Pitcairn Island. And they can still do United Guyana's decision. At the end of the day, their cores will look like this, with a maximum core population of 1.1 million people. Next country is Colombia, which starts with a core population of exactly 8 million people. To get the maximum possible cores as Colombia, you have to revive Bolivar's legacy, which turns you to Gran Colombia and also gives you cores in all of these states, not even doubling your core population and increasing it to only 14.31 million people. Next country is the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and Commonwealth indeed it is, because it starts by coring the states of Northern Bahamas as well as the Southern Bahamas. Bahamas can't get any more cores, which means that their maximum core population is 55,000 people. Next country is the Communist China. Their cores are identical to the China's cores, and the only way they can increase them is by conquering other countries, and their maximum core population is also 489.99 million people. After this, we got the Confederacy of American States, or the Confederates, or whatever. Anyway, they use the CSA tag. And no, I don't mean CSI, I mean CSA. To get them to exist, you have to go for the left path of the American focus tree, which is gonna cause a secession in Louisiana. They start by coring and owning all of these states, and when a neutral bloc forms, if you pick the second option, they'll gain cores on all of the unaligned states of America. They also get to own them, and on top of that they also get cores and ownership over Missouri and Kentucky. Anyway, they can core all of the American cores through set up provisional state government decisions. Basically, they can core all of the American cores, and their maximum possible cores are achieved when they core them, and if the USA already has granted statehood to Alaska, to Hawaii, and to Puerto Rico, because CSA cannot do it. The maximum core population is 124.9 million people. By the way, one very interesting fact, if you granted the statehood to Alaska, and if the CSA gets to control Atto Island, they'll be able to get 10,000 manpower and 5,000 guns from an island which has 20 people. Our next country is Congo-Brazzaville. Congo-Brazzaville only cores the state of Middle Congo at the start of the game with about 750,000 people. They can't get any extra cores, which means that this is their maximum core population. Our next country is another French colony, and that's Corsica. Corsica only cores the state of Corsica, which has about 1/3 of a million people, which is their maximum core population. Corsica also has one factory, and out of 3 flags that Corsica has, only one of them doesn't have a black head on it for some reason. Next country is Costa Rica, or Costa Potente if you go fascist. Costa Rica can get its maximum possible cores if they reconstitute the Federal Republic. If they also incorporate Panama and incorporate the Republic of Yucatan, they'll core all of these states, and they'll also have a claim on Chiapas, increasing their maximum core population to 6.26 million people. Next country is Crimea, which starts by coring the states of Crimea and Kherson, with a core population of 1.79 million people. Crimea can't get any extra cores on its own, but some other countries can do it for them. If Italy manages to restore the Roman Empire, they'll be able to re-establish the Bosporan Kingdom, which will give Crimea ownership and cores on all of these states. On top of that, if either Georgia, Armenia, or Azerbaijan manage to recreate the Transcaucasian Federation, as long as they're not communist, they'll be able to restore the Crimean Khanate, which will give Crimea ownership and cores on all of these states. If both the Regno Bosporano and Crimean Khanate are combined, then Crimea gets its maximum possible cores, coring all of these states, with a maximum core population of 18.78 million people. Next country is Cuba, which starts by owning and coring the state of Cuba. Their maximum core population is 3.61 million people, because they can't get any extra cores. But at least they can expand iron ore mines in Cuba, am I right? They can get like 32 steel if they min-max everything. Our next country is the Czechoslovakia, which starts with a core population of 15.04 million people. To achieve their maximum possible cores, they simply have to restore the Austro-Hungarian Empire, because that's very simple and very straightforward. This decision triples their core population, They core all of these states and have maximum core population of 46.37 million people. And our final country today is Côte d'Ivoire. It ended up after Czechoslovakia because their second letter is a special character. Côte d'Ivoire is one of, if not the most populated French colony in Africa, coring one state, Ivory Coast, with a core population of 3.85 million people. I love it how this state has still one building slot, but with one video I made Niger, a state with 500,000 people, have 2 building slots. Côte d'Ivoire can't get any extra cores, and that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next video where I'm gonna cover all the countries that start with the letter D. I'm gonna give you that. I wish you happy Eid if you're a Muslim. If you're not, then I don't know. Just ignore what I said. Bye.